So Ian, it's a 2-2 draw with Emley today on Friday night. How did you think of that performance?
Yeah, we went the same again. Two different 11s, 2:45s. I thought first half, the effort was there, the work was there, the quality in possession wasn't quite there. I didn't have enough composure in possession. I think the pitch and the sun was really hard for both teams. Very bright, so both teams struggled with that. But I thought it took us a little bit to get going. But as the game developed first half, I thought we did much better, and we had a couple of good passages of play and plenty to work with. The goal again was disappointing, similar to the other night against Buxton, where we've not followed his runner. We've sort of gambled that it wouldn't get to him, and something we've got to get much better at. But I thought 1-1 was sort of a fair result for that first half. But obviously it's not the result, it's about the performance. And I thought there was some, like I say, you can see a little bit more higher intensity play from us. Emley looked good, you can see they've played together. They asked a couple of questions with the ball, but we stood up well. I thought Harrison did well in the net. So first half, yeah, pleased. Second half, I thought we were the better team. I thought there was loads of energy, loads of positives. I thought after the first 15 minutes where we played in the wrong half, we played our football in our half and drew pressure. After we got up the pitch, we played some excellent football, exactly how I wanted to play. Full-backs high and wide joining in, three strikers linking up, midfielders getting on ball and passing and playing forward and running forward, centre halves getting it on the edge of the halfway line and passing forward and coming out to them to then shift it the other way. And we created loads of chances, and their keeper had an excellent game and huge amount to work with, because the second half was a younger 11, and just the biggest disappointment. And again, Elliot and Seb, centre halves, did well, and then we just didn't deal with the long ball. And I just said to him after, got to remember when you got 5 and 6, 2 and 3 on your back, your first job is keep the ball at the net, whether it's a friendly pre-season game or the cup final. And he just took the shine off an excellent second half.
Yes, obviously the disappointment was obviously both goals came from these big long balls over the top. Is that something you'll be working on in training now this week?
Yeah, 100%. It's hard to work. It's hard to work on, isn't it? You talk them through it. You tell them exactly what you want in terms of your positioning of your fullbacks and your centre halves, and it's nothing they've not heard before. We can simulate that in training, but ultimately they've got to take responsibility on the pitch and be physically stronger and get better positioning and not gamble thinking it's not going to get through. Just think the worst that it is, and they're going to be there to sweep up and clear up behind their teammates. So yes, will be a message that will keep getting repeated, but ultimately they've got to make the decisions on the pitch.
In the positives, obviously the two goals we got, one was from the trialist again, scoring from another set piece, this time a penalty, and the other from our reserve, Luca Defalco, who's been playing with the first team. How impressed were you with them two today?
Yeah, well, firstly, the other trialist we had first half, he potentially should have had a penalty early on in the exact same move, and then for the goal he was direct and he drew the foul in the area. And then the goal scorer, I'm hoping he's going to sign for us. He did well in his position. He knew he should have done better for the goal, but he was a real bright spot in that first half, and it was a good, well taken penalty. Second half, Luca's got a lot of ability. We've heard good things about him. We invited him down. He's still only young, but he's a handful. He's a real number 9. He's a handful, and he took his goal very well with his left foot. So yeah, plenty to work there with him, and he's impressed us since he's come with us.
Just finally, anyone who stayed behind for these pre-season games will have seen that it isn't just the team that are doing the runs. You're joining in with them. What is it that you join in with them, and what's the punishment if you actually beat any of the players?
Yeah, that's a bit of it. I'm not a big advocate of running for the sake of running. It's got to be purposeful running. So in season, I very rarely run players. We do it all high intensity work with the ball. But in pre-season, I feel you do need to have that foundation. But I do say to them, look, any running that I make you do, I'll do with you. So in the training, after 45s, after games, I do all the running. One, because I think it's setting an example, leading by example. 2, I personally want to keep myself fit, so I'm still fit and healthy. And 3, like you've just said there, you're saying, look, a 42-year-old manager shouldn't be beating you at this running, so make sure you're running quicker than me. So yeah, I just think it sets the example. You want to lead by example in your words, but just as much so with your actions.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Cheers, Adam. Thank you.